Look at this lettuce. It's bolted and gone to seed. Oh, and so have these ones down here. Pull them out. I don't think so. Alright, time for our March weigh-in and a seed saving tip. G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. While I was looking at those ones, holy guacamole, I didn't notice that one, what a beauty. The seeds are fairly fine, like these lettuce seeds. I just pop a brown paper bag over them. Now, over here in Australia, we buy mushrooms in paper bags. So that's what I use, just bung a mushroom bag over it, snip it off, bang it around for a fair while to get all the seeds, and Bob's your uncle. Purple snake bean. Now, I'll keep probably the best pod, and I'll use them next year for seed. Turned out to be a good little producer, that guy. Container of Madagascar beans for eating. That's also seed saving, believe it or not. So I just would rehydrate a couple overnight, plant them in little pots, and Bob's your uncle. Away they go. It's Moringa. Those ones there, they're growing from seeds that I got from a friend of mine. Now the beauty of growing from seeds that are local is they're acclimatised. So they're usually a few generations on, well and truly evolved to do really well exactly where you live. How good is that? Those who are composters, you'll also know all this stuff came up out of the compost. So you can see we got, that's a passion fruit vine, that's 2 passion fruit vines back there. They're papaya. Red papaya, so there's 3 of them sitting there. So I don't even know what they are. They look like something Rossie's planted. So yeah, there's another bonus for composting. All manner of things come up in your yard, and usually they're good things that you've eaten and throwing the seeds in your compost. And having success, I throw mango seeds and mango skins in the worm farm. What I've found in the worm farm, it's such a rich environment, they often shoot. And there's another mango that I've got in a pot here, it's shot up. That mango will never go, you can't grow that from seed. Well, there it is folks, 3 years old. I got I'm over a kilo of mangoes off that this year. What a cracker. I will mention one exception to the seed saving rule is my basil. If you let that go to seed, it usually results in its death, so I tend to cut all the seed stalks off, the flower stalks. Now, one of the things that doesn't go so well is things like this lemonade. Now, it's a heavily hybridised cross between a couple of different lemons that produces a really sweet fruit. If I was to use those seeds, they'd invariably throw back. So the only way I could, to one of their parent varieties, the only way I can really do it is to take cuttings. So these are a grafted tree. Bulbs, of course, like this turmeric and ginger. I just dig up a bulb and plant it, drag it out and plant, it's only one little bit of what's under there, and plant it in a pot, and before you know it, like that one there, it's starting to rain, I'm out of here. There, a pigeon pea, that guy there, and those, and the ones behind. So my big pigeon pea was in there, but I cut the front hedge down, and a big plant fell on me bloody pigeon pea and killed it. Not to worry, but so I obviously wasn't religious about picking up all the pigeon pea pods, and you can see what's happened. Now that's all free, folks. Didn't cost me a cent. How good is that? Bit of a grass. I use that to hold the water in. Normally you take it from slips, but I've noticed it's going to seed too, so I might actually save some of that seed and see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. It hasn't cost me a cent, has it? I'll put a copy of the spreadsheet for our weights in the description. How did we go? Well, overall we almost got to the 20 kilos, 19.8, which is up even from last month slightly, half a kilo. Definitely up from January, which is the heat of our summer. Now what's interesting is the change within that. Well, it's interesting for me. I got much less eggs. So in fact that was quite a drop. Went from 10 kilos the first time to 6. So 4 kilo drop, and I'm still producing 4 kilos more in total. The reason it dropped was it's not really cold, but the chooks have slowed down a little. And I gave away a heap of quails to someone who I wanted to get started in jumbo quails. The other thing of note is the red papaya is doing extraordinarily well. 4.5 kilos of fruit from that one. Lemonaide continues to do all right with 1.5, and we got over 1 kilo of Fiejoas. In the veg and salad, the big performer was the Tromboncino. And those regular viewers of mine will know I started storing a whole lot of that cooked up as fritters. And Shallots are always a good producer here. And I grow them in the aquaponics. So I just cut the bottom off, originally off shop bought Shallots, and replant them, and they grow back time and time again. Now unfortunately I tend to lose them in winter because we got no sun out there. Alright, so yeah, overall I'm very, very happy with that. Quite surprised. 20 kilos almost out of my little tiny 600 metre yard. You wouldn't credit it, would you? There you go. Anyway, folks, so that's my contribution to the Down Under team in Shedwars. If you like this sort of self-sufficiency, home farming, homesteading kind of videos, especially if you're trying to do it in the city like me, and all sorts of other weird things I do, like making bread and random cooking displays, feel free to hit the subscribe button and come along on the journey. Right, folks, you have a good one, eh? Hooroo.